Hey everyone, Kyle here. You can form a U.S. LLC from India without a U.S. address or citizenship, and thousands of founders are doing this every single year. In this video, I will walk you through each step so you know the sequence and the common mistakes that you can avoid. Your first real choice is the state that you form your LLC in, because ultimately that sets the rules and the annual costs that you'll end up having to live with. Many foreign founders out there end up choosing states like Delaware for legal clarity, or they'll end up choosing other places like Wyoming for privacy and low fees, or even New Mexico for very low ongoing costs. There's no single best state for everyone, so think about where your customers are and whether you will have a physical presence later on down the line. If you sell only online and have no U.S. office, forming in one of those founder-friendly states works really well. What every state requires is a registered agent, which is a company that accepts legal mail for your LLC and keeps you ultimately reachable. The agent's address is what the public sees, which is why you don't need to own your own U.S. address to file one of these in the first place. Once you pick the state, the agent, your name, reservation, and articles of organization will begin falling into place. And ultimately, you'll have a legal entity that U.S. banks and platforms recognize. From there, you can focus on the federal piece that unlocks taxes and payments. After this filing, your next step here is going to be your EIN, which is the federal tax ID for your LLC. You can get it as a non-U.S. founder by submitting Form SS4 with your LLC details and your passport information. You do not need a social security number to apply for this, but ultimately you must leave that line blank and list yourself as the responsible party. Many founders will use a formation service or even a certified public accountant to file the SS4 because it avoids signature and formatting mistakes. If you file yourself, make sure your LLC name, address, and responsible party match the state record exactly how it shows, since small mismatches trigger delays in the overall process. When the IRS issues your EIN letter, save the PDF in 3 separate places, because banks and payment processors will end up asking for them very often. That single document unlocks your ability to open accounts, run payroll later, and file the correct returns. With the EIN in hand, you can move to banking and payments that work from India. Now, the biggest advantage here is that you don't need to fly to the US to open a business bank account anymore. Many fintech banks let foreign founders apply online once your LLC is formed and your EIN is approved. They'll ask for basic things like your formation papers, your EIN letter, passport, and a short description of what the business does. A U.S. address is usually satisfied by your registered agent or even just a virtual address, and statements are ultimately delivered by email. Expect a basic KYB review where they check your website or product page to confirm the business actually is real. Once approved, you get US account and routing numbers plus a debit card that you can use from India. Wire transfers, account transfers, and virtual cards make it easy to pay vendors and collect funds from U.S. platforms. And keep this account for your business only, so that way your books stay clean and future clients is not going to be an issue for you. This just makes that whole process much smoother. With your bank account ready, the next big step here is actually starting your business and basically getting on with it. If you guys are interested in starting your very own LLC from India inside the United States, I would highly recommend a service like Noertwest Registered Agent. They are an LLC formation service that I personally have used in a ton of my different businesses. If you want to get started with them, I would highly recommend using that link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, which should take you to this page right here. Once you're on this page, go ahead and click the Get Started button, and then just like that, you'll be ready to go with no problems whatsoever. You'll simply go through their step-by-step guide on setting up your LLC, and they'll give you everything you need to start your first business inside the United States. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so that way you never miss any of our future videos. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.